Just when I thought it couldn't get any better, it gets so much freaking better. Ladies and gentlemen, we have images from the 64th Shizuoka? No, I can handle this. Shizuoka Hobby Show. The 64th one, in fact. This is a hobby show where a bunch of toy companies show off their new toys. And in this particular toy show, Takara has a T-Spark booth set up. And if you don't know, T-Spark is kind of like Takara's like separate line where they kind of just do whatever they want. They pretty much make stuff that is not gonna come to American retail, though you can usually buy it on Hasbro Pulse. And they are showing off some insane stuff at that show. But before we get into the show, I did want to talk about another reveal. That being the Overgear Optimus Prime in color. We did get a few images of him with a no color, like a render or something, or maybe this is also a render, I honestly can't tell these days. But we have his in color images, and wow, I'm blown away by this figure. Overgear is a new line from Takara, which is kind of a spiritual successor to alternators in that the vehicle modes for the Transformers are very realistic, or are trying to be as realistic as possible. And it's got heavy military vibes and aesthetic, and this Optimus definitely represents that. It almost looks like he's wearing jeans and like a Desert Storm fatigue or something. So things I want to point out that I really like. I love the unique color scheme. It really sets him apart from most other Optimus Primes. I don't know that I've ever seen an Optimus Prime with a tan deco like this. The dark blue, almost black blue, looks really, really good. Something I'm not sure I'm super into are like the shocks of orange and blue. My eyes are switching between if it's red or orange. I would assume red because Optimus Prime, but the colors are so like different that I think it might be orange as a replacement for red sort of thing, because the blue is also very dark. But those colors, they're like kind of accented across the figure, but the arms, like the upper arms, just feel kind of out of place to me. But if I see it in hand, I'll probably change my mind. I love that he has like this giant assault rifle. It doesn't even look like a Transformers blaster. It just looks like they upscaled like an actual assault rifle. He's also got a missile pod on his shoulder, and I love the big truck pauldrons that he's got going on. The truck mode is really cool. It almost reminds me of like Dark of the Moon Megatron. He's got 8 wheels that look like they roll, and 1 like extra spare wheel on the side, or maybe 2. The little white flame decal is a nice touch. I do like that. And in general, this is just so unique for Optimus Prime that I can't help but love it. I'm someone who grew up with the Unicron trilogy, so growing up, I just got used to redesigns and new takes on the character. And we don't really get that anymore, but seeing something like this, it just makes me so excited. I don't know if there's any like pre-order dates or whatever for this guy, but I do believe that Ironhide and Blackout are coming out in October, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they look like. I do want to say as well that Blackout and Ironhide are about leader class size, a modern leader class, I'm pretty sure. So I'm wondering how much bigger Optimus is going to be comparatively, if he is going to be bigger or if he's going to be about the same size. I would assume he would be bigger just because he's Optimus Prime, right? So I'm hoping he's like a commander class size. But yeah, I am absolutely loving this this Overgear Optimus Prime. He looks so cool, and I'm really want them to cook on a Megatron. Like, I want a good Megatron from this line. But let's move on to the actual toy show, because there are some big reveals there as well. So something we've already partially seen, I haven't talked about it on the channel, but we are getting a Nemesis recolor of Star Convoy. He's in that nice black, teal, and red goodness, and what's most exciting to me is that he comes with a little Energon Shock Blast, which is such a random pull, but so cool. I am kind of sad it's like locked to this most likely very expensive release, so that sucks. But even still, it's a really cool release, and who knows, one day maybe I'll be able to get that Energon Shock Blast just by himself. Next to Nemesis Convoy, there is Gigastorm. Is that his name? Gigastorm? I'm pretty sure it's Gigastorm. It's a Beast Wars 2 character, which is Trypticon but he's got like a mohawk thing going on. And this is sitting right next to Nemesis Convoy. To my knowledge, this hasn't been announced before, so this is a reveal. So that's pretty cool, and he does have a little Micromaster in his head. I forget the Micromaster's name, though. We also have the new Missing Link Ironhide on display, and this Ironhide is a big topic of discussion right now, just because, you know, we were all kind of talking and debating on how they were going to do Missing Link Ironhide. Because if you don't know, traditionally the G1 toy is a bit awkward and weird, especially compared to the cartoon character. Like, for example, the original toy didn't have an actual head. It just had like a seat for the Diaclone pilot that you had a sticker of a face on. And this figure does have that same thing, but it also has a full-on Ironhide head. You can configure it into a G1 mode, but it does have like a bunch of back kibble, and I don't know, to me somehow it looks more awkward than the original G1 toy. You also lose the functionality of having the battle sled, which was part of that original G1 toy. The roof would come off and become a weapons platform for Ironhide or other Transformers to use, but it appears that that part is stuck to his back now, a part of the transformation. So this is definitely different. You know, Missing Link RC was also different. RC was different in the fact that she was not a toy that was previously made. She was made from scratch. And Ironhide is different in that his toy seems to be completely changed from its base form, and they're not like going for replicating that original toy. They're trying to do something totally different. And I gotta say, the toy looks amazing. I think he looks awesome. And looking at him in a lineup of all the rest of the Missing Link figures, I think he looks fine. He does look a bit more chuggy than the rest, but honestly, I don't really mind at all. Along with Ironhide, there is a repaint and retool, which is Ratchet, of course, just right next to him. This is being shown off for the first time at this show, so that's really cool. Obviously, we knew we were going to get Ratchet. We'll probably get a Diaclone version of the mold as well. A bit of an update on my last news video. We talked about Wild King coming back, and I have learned the name of this new dinosaur robot. This is Rexblade, which is a badass name. There are some in-person photos of Rexblade, and he looks absolutely amazing. Something I did not point out in my last video is that this mofo has ankle tilt, which is really, really nice. None of the Wild King guys had ankle tilt, nor do I think they could really move their head. I could be wrong on that, but Rexblade can move his head, and he does have ankle tilt, and it looks like he has a waist joint. So this guy definitely has some nice articulation going on. We have pictures of his vehicle mode, his dinosaur mode, his robot mode, and we have pictures of his combined mode, all of which look fantastic. So excited for this character. I haven't had any Wild King figures before. I'll probably change that in the near future. But I'm really, really looking forward to Rexblade. We also have a couple Masterpiece guys. We've got MPG Rhinox, which is a repaint of the original Masterpiece Rhinox. This one is repainted to represent his form in a episode of Beast Wars where he's mind-controlled by Megatron and turned into a Predacon. So this is his slightly different color scheme. He comes with the mutant mask as an accessory, and you can add that to the original Rhinox if you want as well. And also on the MPG or MP front, I don't know. I can't keep it in order what's Masterpiece, what's MPG. I'm told they're basically the same thing. There is a Masterpiece Blaster on display as well in prototype colors, and as well as a Ram Horn and Eject. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna get a Masterpiece Blaster in the near future. A second Evangelion Transformer is teased. Looks like a repaint retool of the already released Eva 01 Optimus Prime. It's probably Eva 02 based on the eyes. And we also have T-Spark Star Saber, which is the Star Saber from the Transformers comics, the More Than Meets the Eyes, where he's a zealot, you know, religious zealot. He's insane. A lot of people hate this version of Star Saber, but this toy of him looks absolutely incredible. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it transforms, but I think it does because I think it's in the same line as that Rodimus that came out and that transformed. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this guy looks like painted up in all his, you know, awesome colors. And yeah, that design is just incredibly cool. And finally, potentially the biggest piece of news, it looks like a Chug Beast Wars 2 Galvatron is coming out. There is at least a prototype there. Not much is known. It looks like it's part of the new Legends line for Takara, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to come over here to America. It could be released in a retail line for Hasbro, we don't know, because it's probably going to come out like next year. A little bit ahead of schedule of what Hasbro's revealing, but Beast Wars 2 Megatron is, it is a figure that is really brittle. It has gold plastic syndrome, so, you know, getting an update is pretty crazy, and it looks awesome. I mean, I don't know much, if anything, about the character besides some of the alt mode images of him look a little bit sus. Not alt modes of this guy, alt modes of the original. But yeah, it does look like he's chug scale, and it looks good. I don't think I'd pick it up because, again, I don't know anything about Beast Wars 2. But for people that are into Beast Wars 2 or know the character or like the design, I've seen hype all around for this figure, so hopefully it's, gonna come out. We've seen prototypes in the past that have not come out, and I'm hoping this one does actually get released. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that's been shown, at least as far as I know. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments, and let me know what you think of all these. What are you most excited for? For me personally, it's Wild King Rex Blade, as well as Overgear Optimus Prime, but I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.